So a while back I did a Donald Trump versus Claire McCaskill election night, and I know some people weren't happy. It definitely wasn't that realistic. In my defense, I did film that video quite a while ago, so I didn't know as much back then. But today I'm just gonna make a more accurate prediction. So we're just gonna go through the safe states for each candidate. There's McCaskill. I feel like I'm missing something. I guess not. And Trump's safe states. I am going to put some states like Arizona in there. That's really the only 2016 swing state that I'm not going to include as a... Oh, New York, obviously. Anyway, that's the only swing state that I'm not going to count as a toss-up for 2020. Anyway, so there you go. Trump has 163, McCaskill 182. Now, I left Missouri open because, of course, that's McCaskill's home state. But I don't think she'd win. I don't think she has the same kind of hold she did on that state. So, I'm going to say that she probably would ultimately lose her home state. There's also some swing states like Georgia, Iowa. Well, we'll come back to Iowa. But Georgia and Ohio that we know are probably not moving out of the Trump column. They were swing states. Trump won, of course, in 2016, and I just don't think McCaskill's the candidate that would flip them. I don't think she's the kind of candidate that would get people out to vote. Then you have states that, you know, Clinton won that she's probably not going to lose. So Virginia and New Mexico, probably not going anywhere. But a state like Iowa, I think Trump won by, 9 points, and that's very big margins, so he would probably still win that state. And then you come down to a state like Florida, and, well, Florida and North Carolina are both big swing states. Generally, they vote the same way. I mean, not always, but, you know, in recent history, they voted the same way quite a bit. I think they would both still retain for Donald Trump, because Again, I just don't think McCaskill's the kind of candidate that's going to get people out to vote. She's not going to get minorities out to vote, so I think ultimately she would lose both those states. Oh, and I forgot Nebraska and Maine. I think Trump would probably flip Maine. I think he would win Maine and the 2nd congressional district, and McCaskill would win the 1st. I also think Trump would win New Hampshire because McCaskill doesn't have Northeastern appeal, so he would win those 2 states. And then we come to a state like Minnesota where Clinton won. That's probably not gonna... McCaskill's probably not going to lose that. She is from the Midwest, so she's going to have some appeal here, but that's not going to save her in the Rust Belt. In fact, I think Trump would win all 3 of those states, and that ultimately gives him the election. And then we come out to the final 2 states here. I think that Trump could actually flip Nevada. His approval ratings are not nearly as bad as they are in other Clinton states. And I think Colorado, I think McCaskill would still win, just because I don't see... I just don't think that one would flip. I think that it's becoming more and more Democratic, so I couldn't see a Trump victory there. So ultimately, Trump would win 318 to McCaskill's 220. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hang on here. And I will see you next time.